Hi, I'm Debbie.
And I'm Megan.
We are real-life scientists, and we want to share some sciencey stories that are crazy, sometimes a little sad, but hopefully with some hope shot at the end. But with a Lab Libs twist, you are listening to Lab Libs.
I'm a bio-pirate, actually. A mouse on a frog? You can't put a mouse on a frog, can you?
Square dancing!
Square dancing!
Woo!
Yeehaw!
Okay, so today listeners will learn a little bit about Debbie.
Okay.
So, I'm a big animal lover. I try to save all animals, like even insects.
She really does.
There's been times that Megan has almost had to physically tackle people to keep them from killing a bug in front of me.
That is very true. And also, I'll note that this has passed along to me, that I also try my very best not to kill bugs unless they're actively biting me.
My whole childhood, I was set on being a marine biologist and training dolphins. Mm-hmm. My career plan changed, but my heart never did. So this story has had a big impact on me. And all that being said, I want to give a general trigger warning. There are some sad things in this story, including animals in captivity. There's no blatant physical abuse or anything, but still. The story does need to continue to be told, though, and we're going to have some fun along the way in this episode because it's an important story, but so is our mental health.
Absolutely.
So if you feel like you're not in the right place for this right now, by all means, skip this episode, and we love you, and we'll catch you next episode.
Yeah, always take care of yourself, for sure.
Yeah. Okay, all that being said, are you ready for your out-of-context quote?
Okay, I'm ready.
You're going to know the author that it's by.
Okay.
It's Herman Melville.
You have so much confidence in who I know.
Moby Dick.
Oh. In case you couldn't hear, Debbie just quietly said, Moby Dick. Right, I totally knew that.
Of course,
I
right?
absolutely knew
so
that.
his quote is, quote unquote, "There is no folly of the beasts on earth which is not infinitely outdone by the madness of men."
Infinitely outdone. It's a good phrase.
So, we're going to start off, the very first sentence is going to have a Lab Libs in it.
Okay.
And your category was a marine animal, and you said whale, which is not technically true, but yes.
Not technically. You said
Technically, but not technically. Right, that's right. Okay, so.
Sort of, but not really a whale.
That's right. Tilikum,
Oh, okay.
an orca whale, or Ocinus orca, was born off the coast of Iceland in 1981.
Okay.
The reason I said whale, not whale, is because orcas are actually
are-
dolphins. So
Yeah, they're not whales.
Yeah.
Even though they're called killer whales. Yeah.
Orcinus orca means creature of the sea monster, or something like that, and from the underworld.
From the underworld.
Yeah, so killer whale.
Killer whale. Right.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so in the wild, he would have been with his family in a whole pod.
Right.
Orcas live in tight-knit, lifelong pods. And they even communicate through, like, unique vocal calls that identify their family.
Yeah.
Like, basically,
I've heard that before.
if you see another pod, if you try to speak to them, they're not going to understand what you're saying because their languages are passed down for, like, generations to each other.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I knew whales did that. I didn't know specifically that orcas had so many different variations. Like
I didn't
themselves.
either. Like, I thought whale sounds were like whale sounds. Yeah.
Well, I knew that whales would have sounds unique to another individual whale, almost like a name.
Okay. Yeah. So Mother-calf bonds are especially strong in orca whales. The calves remain with their mothers even into adulthood. Most of the time, they don't leave the pod ever.
Wow.
Like, everybody stays together.
Yeah.
You're born into the pod and you stay with your mom. Male, female, doesn't matter. They stay with their mom.
Okay. So cute.
I know. It's just super cute. From their mother and pod, they learn hunting skills, navigation routes, and, like, cultural knowledge. They're extremely intelligent.
Yeah, they really are. People don't realize how
They don't realize how extremely intelligent these animals are, and extremely emotional. Like,
I was just going to say that.
they said that they did like an MRI or something of the brain, and they even have like a certain part of their brain that would be tied to, emotions and stuff that we don't even have.
I know, I've heard that before. For sure. That we wouldn't even be able to understand the emotional complexities and like rich experiences that they have.
Yeah, exactly. So here's your next lab, Libs. So I'm going to give you the blank. You tell me what you think. So your blank was a number less than 150. So the sentence is, each pod travels up to blank miles a day, following schools of salmon and using constant vocal communication to stay connected and coordinate all their movements.
It's got to be high. I think they travel really far in a day.
Yeah. It's about 100 miles a day. You said 142, but
142.
they can do up to 150.
It's so crazy to think that's such large.
They're just constantly moving.
Yeah, they're just constantly moving.
Yeah, but their home is their pod. Okay, so
do they just travel around the whole world then?
No.
Or they stay within the same region?
Yeah, they kind of stay with. I know that some babies and stuff can get lost and they'll end up in like different spots. Like, I watched a couple of documentaries where they actually did end up bringing one of the orcas that they found like in not the right spot with nobody. They did bring her back to where she came from, and her pod didn't really take her back, but another pod did.
If they are like traveling together the way they're trying to.
They travel a long way. Yeah. They travel a long way. Mm-hmm. Killer whales are highly intelligent and social. They're working together to hunt. They're sharing food among pod members, and they even aid injured or sick individuals by helping them like stay afloat to breathe and stuff if they're injured.
Yeah. I'm just imagining them like cartoony, like little, like I'm anthropomorphizing them.
You are.
Even more. Like they're having conversations. They're like, what do you want for dinner?
Yeah, right. Go get that. Look at all those fish. Yeah. Any disruption to this social structure, as seen in captivity, leads to things like feelings of isolation, stress, confusion, especially because they're often mixed with unrelated whales from different populations.
Oh, wow. So
they can't even talk to each other because they don't understand each other. Okay, so here's your next lab. Tilikum was captured when he was blank years old.
Wasn't it less than 3?
Yeah. You said 1.5.
Yeah.
That's nice. No, it's 2. It was 2 years old.
They live a long time, right?
In the wild. They do. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, off the coast near Iceland. That's where he was at with his pod. This was done by whale capturers using the quote-unquote drive hunt method.
Oh my god, I already fucking hate them.
This is when hunters chase whole pods into like shallow fjords, and then they take nets and they trap them all. But then they don't take them all because some of them are very big.
Right.
So they take the babies. Yeah. Like,
jeez.
And it's extremely traumatic.
Illegal? They're like doing all this illegally?
At this time in Iceland, it was legal for them to do
What the fuck? When was this?
Yeah. 1983.
Ew.
Yeah. It was being done in America, in like the Washington area.
That's awful.
but they did finally outlaw it here, which is great. Except for that, we were still able to like buy them from other places.
People suck.
I know.
Like so bad.
Yeah, it's terrible. So this process was chaotic and traumatic. While some adults were just released back, many of them were injured or died. And your next lab libs is inside this one. So Tilikum was sent to Haven, North Jordan. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes. In
Definitely 100%.
you want me to say it again?
Yeah.
I'll do it better.
Okay.
Hafnarfjordur.
Yep. That was way better. That one.
That was
Flawless.
it, right?
That was it.
Marine Zoo in Iceland.
Okay. Oh, that one.
Sort of.
That from Marine Zoo. I've heard of that one.
That one.
Lots of times.
That's the one.
Yeah.
He was there for about a year. Everything that talked about this very short period of his life, that it was a very small enclosure that he was in.
Right.
For this year, anyway. Okay, and then he was moved from Iceland after a year to, and your next lab libs was a country in North America.
Oh, I think I said.
You said Mexico.
Mexico.
What do you think? What do you think the answer is?
I think they shipped him here to the U.S. No?
Nope. He was moved to Sealand of the Pacific in Vancouver, Canada.
Sealand of the Pacific.
Yeah, it's catchy, right?
Oh, so catchy.
So
Canada.
at Sealand, Tilikum, who trainers affectionately called Tilly,
Yeah.
was initially described as playful, curious, and eager to please. Tilikum was
Baby.
Yeah, Tilikum was youthful, energetic, and really eager to learn. And Eric Welters, which was one of his previous trainers, said, Tilikum was our favorite. He was the one we all liked to work with. Trainers noted his enjoyment of belly rubs, bubble blowing, and interactions with human voices. But despite this, like, he was a young orca and he faced some really unnatural aggression in this sea land. He was paired with 2 other pre-trained whales.
Okay.
They were both females.
Not orcas?
They were orcas. They were orcas.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
He was subjected to punishment if he failed to perform like the behaviors, because
Poor baby.
the other whales wanted the reward, you know.
Oh, the other whales would punish him.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Well, and he's getting held back from, food and stuff when he doesn't perform. But
Oh, my goodness.
yes, primarily the other whales did not like the fact that he was not learning these things quick enough, and they weren't about that.
They're
life.
bullying him.
Yeah, that often resulted in physical harm from his tank mates. There's lab libs in this next sentence. This is just a sidebar. The lab lib was a number between 5 to 10. And the sentence is, in the 14 years before his arrival, blank orcas died under Sealand's care.
Oh, my God.
You said
Okay.
8. You
I
said
said
8.
8.
This is close. It was 7.
Ah,
Yeah.
that's so many.
Their average survival time at Sealand was just shy of 3.5 years.
Oof. Well, that's not very Canadian of them.
That's not Canadian. They're supposed to be nice.
They're supposed to be polite.
Yeah.
That's not polite at all.
Okay.
I wanna say like that those other orcas were also behaving, in a way that made sense for what they were being put through too.
Frankly,
Yeah,
I don't
'cause
fault any of the whales for anything that happens. Like,
yeah.
I
don't either.
My heart won't let me do that.
Okay.
Your next lab lib was a number between 9,000 and 13,000.
Yeah.
And
Couldn't fit, like that was such a strange and specific range.
weird, right? Okay.
Yes.
So the sentence goes,
Okay.
Tilikum grew to over blank pounds
Whoa.
and 22 feet long. And he was one of the largest orcas in captivity. You said 1169?
Yep,
Yeah.
I did.
1169 is not between 9,000 and 13,000, coincidentally.
Oh, I meant 11,060.
Okay, so
Sorry about that.
that's what I thought, but
Yeah.
okay. So it was 12,500 pounds.
Okay, so
He's a big boy.
bigger than I thought. How much time did he grow up to be that large?
I don't
How
know.
long has he been in captivity at this point?
I guess less than 10, probably, I imagine. He spent long nights in a small metal-sided night tank.
Oh.
It was 26 feet by 20 feet.
And how big is he?
He's 22 feet long.
Oh no, that's like a cage.
It is. And then when you consider that he shared this space with the other two females who frequently bullied him, it becomes even worse.
How did they share that space? They're just all right next to each other?
Yeah, not moving.
That's disgusting.
It was terrible. They called it a module. Okay, you should not be keeping an animal in any type of module as far as I'm concerned.
You kept someone in a pod with two other people, and it was just exactly the size of those three people.
Yeah, I know. For forever. Every night. For, like, when the park closed till the next morning when shows started, it was about 12 hours.
Oh
They
my
were in
God.
that tank.
That's awful.
The show pool was just like a netted part of that was actually like ocean water or whatever it was. It was in like a bay type thing, so it was not good water, but that area was just like a netted. The show area where they were at during the day was a netted pool.
Yeah.
But they were afraid that someone was going to come and cut the net, rightly so, at night when no one was there.
Locked them in a fucking pod.
So they locked them in a metal module.
Ew.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's a special place in hell
For people like
There's
this.
Sea land, I'm telling you. That.
Yeah, buddy. Okay. So,
Not the trainers, I guess. I don't really blame the trainers.
I know.
either.
I
They,
don't
like,
either.
really love the animals that they work with.
I know.
Always.
I don't blame them either. Okay. So, orca society, one of the things I didn't mention, is dominated by females.
Interesting.
So,
I mean, it makes sense based on what you were saying, how the juveniles stay with the mothers.
yeah, like it's a matriarch for sure, you know. So, being with these two older females and him a young juvenile boy, the trainers reported injuries after the nights and everything. Injuries like rake marks, which is where they scrape their teeth along the side of each other.
Oh, gosh.
And stress-induced behavior stemming from these confined and unnatural conditions, obviously. In February of 1991, a tragic incident happened at Sealand.
Yeah.
Tilikum and the other two orcas together submerged a 20-year-old marine biology student and part-time trainer. Her name was Kelty Byrne. Mm-hmm. During a routine session, that they didn't get in the pool with the orcas at this place. So during a routine session, Kelty slipped and fell into the orca pool.
Oh, gosh.
Was quickly trying to get out. Like, she was lifting herself back out. But the three orcas, Tilikum, Haiti, and Nuka, were in the water. Instead of letting her climb out, the whales repeatedly pulled her underwater, preventing her escape.
That's scary.
Yeah, witnesses.
Oh, gosh.
This
The
was
park was, like, open.
Yep, there was people. Yeah,
Oh, man.
witnesses.
That's so much trauma. Poor children.
I know. I'd be traumatized for
Could you
life.
imagine? Oh, man. It's not funny, but it's kind of funny.
God.
Like, oh, gosh.
Okay, witnesses said it appeared at first like the whales were playing with her, but then obviously it did become fatal. Despite frantic rescue attempts, Kelty drowned before the trainers could reach her.
Oof.
This incident drew intense media attention, especially in that area.
Of course, how could it not?
Right, and raised questions about the safety and ethics of keeping orcas in captivity.
Wow.
In 1991, right? So here's where I guess Canada does their thing. At first, Sealand officials claimed it was an unpredictable accident. Sure. But others pointed to the stress and aggression caused by the cramped conditions. So the facility closed permanently soon after. And your lab is in this one. Tilikum was later sold to Blank in Orlando in 1992.
Oh, yeah. SeaWorld.
That's right. You said Epcot.
Definitely
that
not.
would be
Epcot.
cool, but
That'd
no.
be crazy.
Yeah, SeaWorld in Orlando.
Imagine a whale in that big lake in the middle of Epcot.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
So our neighbors over there in Orlando got themselves a whale.
Yep.
Another Libs. The thing was a large amount of money.
I said $1 million.
Yeah, that was a really subjective answer too. Like I left that one open for interpretation, right?
I almost went larger. I almost was like 100 billion.
Yeah.
Then I just thought,
right.
$1 million.
Crazy.
Sounded good.
So Tilikum was reportedly sold to SeaWorld in Orlando in 1992 for about blank dollars. And the answer is $1 million.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. I said it.
You
$1 million.
Yes, that's absolutely
Wow, I can't believe
correct.
that.
Yeah.
I got it right.
In 1992.
That's when I was born.
Yeah, it was about 2.5 mil today.
Okay.
Yeah.
$1 million.
That's nice, right? Okay, so at the time, that was considered a very high price for a captive orca. But SeaWorld saw Tilikum as valuable.
Ew.
Because he was a large, healthy male, the biggest in captivity at the time.
Oh, God. They wanted to breed him, huh?
He could be used for breeding since there were very few adult males in marine parks. His genes would help expand SeaWorld's captive orca population.
Great.
So while the sale was controversial, seeing as how they had killed a girl, it was viewed by SeaWorld as both a business decision and a breeding investment.
Ew. I hate humans.
I hate everybody.
I hate humans so much. We fucking suck.
We suck so bad.
God.
What is wrong with us?
Like, why can't we just keep our hands to our fucking self sometimes, Like,
I know.
The whales were out there.
Mind your business.
The whales were out there, like, living their whole, full, rich lives, and we were like, actually, fuck you specifically.
We've got
And we do
some
that
grand plans.
all the time.
I know. It's awful. Yeah. Okay, but
Okay.
I'm gonna try and keep bouncing back and forth between like some of the really horrific stuff and get some of the good stuff in, because
All right.
too often Tilly's story is not told with any of good. It's all bad.
Yeah.
So, despite his circumstances, Tilikum retained traces of his playful and intelligent nature.
Oh.
Early reports of him at SeaWorld described him as gentle, curious, and eager to interact. I even saw a couple of them called him a gentle giant.
Yeah.
Right. So, your next lab lid is an awesome frozen snack.
I said
An ice cream sandwich.
I'm assuming it's going to be like some kind of fish.
Or something that I might consider an awesome frozen snack.
Ice.
Yeah. Ice.
Oh, here's another fun fact about Debbie. Debbie loves ice. Like, I'm not joking around on how much Debbie loves ice. I've met lots of people who like to chew ice. That's not so weird. It's relatively common. But
Yeah.
Debbie is like a princess about the ice that she consumes.
Yes, I'm.
Not only does she like ice from a specific source, like a specific gas station, she wants it from a specific ice maker at that specific gas station.
Sure, they're not all the same.
Right. It's the left ice versus right ice.
That's right.
It's so different.
Yes, sometimes the temperature. Well, anyway, whatever. My boy Tilikum.
Also loved ice?
Tilly delighted in receiving Blink, sometimes splashing trainers when he was denied his treat. He loved ice cubes.
Oh, that's so
That's
cute.
cool, right?
Yeah, I worked at the Florida Aquarium for a while with the penguins, and they really liked ice as well. They would make
Did they?
They would make little ice shapes, ice cubes out of the like gross fishy water that they would take the fish out of. And the otters and the penguins would both go crazy for stuff like that.
Ice
Especially
chunks?
the otters. They loved the ice a lot. They would like chase it around in the water, and it was real cute.
Nice. Yeah, he loved ice cubes. He liked when like they put them in his mouth and he would like roll them around in his mouth
my
and stuff.
goodness.
Yeah. So he also reacted really strongly to like classical or melodic music.
Wow.
He would sometimes float calmly there, like when it played, and sometimes he would call out like with his vocals if it turned off. He was gentle with the younger orcas. He would let them like get the fish first and stuff like that. Visitors to SeaWorld also observed him like peering through the underwater glass, like studying them. And
wow.
I did see some videos and stuff of him like right up against the glass. He's looking at everybody and especially the kids. Like, yeah.
I think that although there is no good reason to have whales in captivity, I think to have been there and seen them up close like that would still have been something like a powerful experience.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure. And like I said, that's what I wanted to do when I was a kid. And that's why when I would see these people with these marine mammals in the water, I was just like, that is just like mind-blowing experience, you know?
Yeah, totally. Especially the accredited zoos and aquariums now, today, they do a lot of work for conservation of the animals in the wild and the animals in captivity.
Yeah, and there's good reasons for like injuries and stuff like that. Like, yeah, I'm all down for you rescuing like an animal that's not going to be able to survive where they're at, and you trying to find like a safer
or
place
rehabilitation too.
Rehabilitation and reintroduction. You know,
There's these huge sea turtle hospital facilities in South Florida that care for injured sea turtles, but sometimes for years because it takes them a really long time to recover. But then they do recover and they release them back into the wild, almost all of them.
Yeah. No, there are a lot of really great places nowadays that are trying to release animals back into the wild if they can, and they even if they find it injured, whatever it is, like they try to keep human contact down to a bare minimum so that they're prepared to go back out into the wild and not be, with humans. But so that's really great. That's great work.
And it is important for conservation for people to see these animals and love them.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
In an ethical way.
So your next lab Libs is in this one, and this one was funny. It was
I've never heard of Tilikum's like mannerisms and cute things like this.
That's
like,
what I said. You never got to hear like the good stuff about him. Anyway, I said a number between 1 and 21, and a number between 1 and 21, and a number between 1 and 21.
I thought maybe you were doing some kind of blackjack thing. Like that the last one was going to be 21.
You win 21. No. Okay. So I'm just going to read it and I'll fill in the answer with it. Okay. So at SeaWorld, Tilikum sired 21 offspring.
Whoa.
Most of that was through artificial insemination. And my research shows only 7 of them are still alive. 11 of them died before he did.
Oh.
Yeah. So I think there was only like 10 or something that actually survived. So most of them died before him. Wow. But there are 7 of them still alive, and they're all owned by SeaWorld.
Wow.
Yeah. So small tanks, chlorinated water, and enforced social mixing led to chronic stress, physical injuries, psychological trauma, and early signs of illness.
In all of them?
Yes. Captive orcas face numerous issues that are absent in the wild.
Yeah. I'm not surprised by that at all. I'm confused by one thing, which was, what are the other lab libs that were all a number 1 through 21?
Oh, yeah. 21 offspring.
Oh.
7 of them are still alive. 11 of them died before he did.
Oh.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's not as fun as blackjack.
No, it's not blackjack. Okay, lack of space. These are the things that are absent in the wild, obviously. Lack of space. Wild orcas swim up to 100 miles a day. The tanks are tiny in comparison. Mm-hmm. They cause physical and psychological stress. It's artificial salt water, like I said, and sun exposure. And with that mix, like chlorinated water and surface floating, because they can't really swim that much, causes like sun exposure burns, and so does the water, and it causes like eye damage and skin irritation and respiratory tract stuff.
Holy
like
shit, I didn't know all that.
Yeah, it's like real bad. Poor water quality, chemical imbalances, and bacterial infections contribute to chronic illness. Tooth damage. Orcas often chew the metal gates and really anything inside the pool, to be honest with you. Like if they could bite it, they would, which is not a wild activity. That led to like teeth infections and stuff like that too. Social stress, forced mixing of the unrelated whales created aggression and chronic stress. The lab lib was a mental disorder, and it's psychological trauma. Repetitive behaviors, blank and self-harm are common. And you said PTSD, and wait, maybe there might be some of that too, but this is depression.
Depression, yeah. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Well, of course, any creature, any human would be depressed in those conditions. Any animal, if you kept any pet in those conditions.
I know.
They would be depressed. Like, why do people think this is...
Why did we think this was okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. They have a shortened lifespan?
Yeah, fucking no shit. No shit.
Captive orcas rarely survive past 20 to 30 years old. Wild orcas live about 50 to 90 years. Yeah.
Wow.
Not for nothing. And I'm going to try real hard not to get into a lot of the, like, really terrible things that SeaWorld did, like propaganda-wise and stuff like that. I'm going to touch on it, but I'd really rather not pick a fight with that corporation, but,
yeah, for real.
Also, it's a lot. It would take me 3 hours to tell you all of this terrible
I'm sure.
propaganda and everything that they spread. But what I was going to say was, because they have recordings of the instruction people like that are talking about the whales and everything, saying to them, to audiences, that they live longer in captivity than they do in the wild. And that the flipped over fin, which is only ever found in captivity, the dorsal fin that flops over, never, ever in the wild is there a fin that's flipped over. But they told people that it was always, it's like that. Like
in the wild.
In the wild, too. Mm-hmm.
Of course they did.
Yeah, that's normal. Oh, yeah, that's normal. Okay, so here we go.
Of course they did. Ugh. I mean, they have to be convincing because anybody can easily see that it's bad. So they have to have like some convincing
They've got to have some talking points and stuff.
That
they've got to answer to questions that people are going to ask, you know? So how old were you in 1999?
I was 7.
7? Okay, so you're not going to remember a lot of this, but... this is about where I can start remembering things pretty well. I was like just going into high school.
Right.
My childhood is kind of a blank, but About this age, I can start to remember.
Probably normal reasons.
Yeah, exactly. In 1999, Daniel Dukes was a 27-year-old man, and he was found dead in Tilikum's tank at SeaWorld Orlando one morning,
Yeah.
after reportedly hiding in the park overnight
Oh.
to, like, sneak in, basically. His body was discovered draped over Tilikum's back in the pool. The autopsy revealed numerous wounds, bruises, and abrasions, and also noted that his genitals had been severed.
Oh, fuck. What the fuck?
Yeah. The exact sequence of events remains unclear, as SeaWorld stated none of the cameras captured what happened.
No, that's totally plausible. I mean, I can totally
What
see
a
how there would
shame
no
that
camera
all of their
footage.
cameras just did not film
Magically we're not working.
that pool particularly. Yeah, crazy,
There's
right?
not one piece of me that believes
So
that.
who knows what happened? They tried to kind of smear this kid too, like homeless, drug addict, blah blah blah, whatever. So I don't think that Tilikum, set out to like kill somebody, but just my speculations that either this kid was like, I'm gonna swim with a whale,
Or did something to provoke him.
or just even reached his hand in to like pet him or something, and that's it. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
because I mean they're wild animal. Like,
they're wild animals in
they're not going to
captivity.
react in a way that is at all logical to humans.
Right.
We have no training working with
But
them.
people
at the
see
very
these
least.
shows and they go, "Oh my God, they're so super friendly. Like they're gonna be
Right.
just like that to me too."
Exactly.
Okay, so trainers were not allowed in the water with Tilikum. Mm-hmm. They weren't allowed to be in the pool with him.
Right.
Okay. So this is like kind of the beginning of the end for this whole situation here. In 2010, maybe you'll start remembering stuff like this.
Yeah.
Don Brancho,
I remember this.
who was a 40-year-old senior trainer at SeaWorld Orlando, was killed by Tilikum during a post-show interaction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Brancho was one of the park's most experienced and respected trainers
That was devastating.
and had a deep bond with the orcas. And I mean, she was on billboards and stuff. Like, she was
Yeah.
it for them. You know what I mean? Like, that was
Yeah.
their star, was this, lady. And she seemed great, to be honest with you. She seemed amazing,
Yeah. I'm sure
And
she
I think
was.
really,
I'm sure she loved them.
I think she really, really, truly loved these orcas,
Yeah.
So your next lab, Libs, was a silly, and it was an important date, month and day, to both Debbie and Megan.
I'm scared I got it wrong,
You're scared you got it wrong?
but I'm right?
You're right.
Okay, I knew I was right.
It's February 24th.
Yeah.
It's unique to both of us have like an experience, a birth and a wedding on like those days. So I knew you'd probably get that one. I
Yeah.
was like, she's going to know this one for sure.
I had to think about it for a second because I was like, what is it again that's the same? I knew that there was something the same. Then I was like, wait, I remember.
So, after a show called like Dine with Shamu show on February 24th, 2010, she was kneeling on like a ledge in the pool. Okay, so it's kind of poolish, to be honest with you. Okay. Shallow pool. Even though they're not allowed in the pool,
She's kneeling.
it's pool. Okay.
She's in the water.
Yeah. She was interacting with Tilikum as part of the post show, just loving on him and everything.
Right.
The next part I'm going to caveat because I don't know. Suddenly he grabbed her by the arm, and that is what I believe.
Okay.
It was spread very quickly by, I imagine, SeaWorld, that he grabbed her ponytail.
Yeah, that's what I had heard.
Yeah.
Always.
So that's kind of her fault, if you think about it. They kind of just slid that out there so that it was like, you can assume that, oh, well, why was her hair not like in a bun or something? Like, that's irresponsible, But
Just shift the blame for
according to a lot of witnesses and the evidence, he grabbed her arm.
Right.
Yeah. It's even kind of like on the 911 call too, I think, but they had to get her arm back out of his mouth
Oh, wow.
when they recovered her. Like, that's why I think it's the arm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
obviously.
He grabbed her by the ponytail, pulled her in, but then also ate her arm at the same time, but it wasn't her arm that he grabbed to pull her in, right? Right. Conveniently, you might wonder why all of these recordings that the guests had of the incident, you've never seen them.
Oh, they made them delete all of them?
They were sealed.
Wow.
And from what I understand, a lot of that was the family's requests. I get it, but I don't get it.
I get it, because they don't want that all over the internet. They
No.
don't want that image of her, like,
Right.
but also that's evidence.
Yeah, and that's, to advocate for things to change. That's some good proof,
Well,
Anyway, so you can't see any footage of that, by the way. So you got to go on whatever was reported by whoever. Witnesses described a violent struggle as Tilikum refused to release her.
wow.
She died from drowning and blunt force trauma. It was reported, and this was pretty consistent, that he had her and wouldn't release her for about 45 minutes.
Whew.
Yeah, and then, like I said, when they did try to retrieve her, they had to pry his mouth open to get her out with broomsticks and stuff, and then they had to go back in and get the arm back out. So,
Wow.
yeah,
That's awful.
it was a long 45 minutes, but I gave you the answer, but you said 42 minutes, so hey, there you go. It might have been 42 minutes.
Maybe it was.
I would just like to state, like, for the record, was just a little FYI on the side here. No free living orca has ever killed a human in the wild.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Ever.
Ever.
There is one reported attack to a human by an orca whale. He was a surfer. There were seals as well. And the orca bit his leg
And then let him go.
and let him go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
That wasn't the food he wanted.
Yeah,
Right.
sure.
Yeah, that wasn't the food he wanted. So that was like the one and only attack by an orca on a human being.
Yeah.
So
And that's interesting because I do know that orcas are very intelligent and fierce hunters.
they're apex
in the wild.
predators.
Yeah.
They kill great whites.
Yeah.
That's a hobby of theirs.
I've seen them like coordinate.
They coordinate
together.
attacks and they are fierce.
Ruthless.
So the name killer whale, it's true. Like, it's true, but not in a human aspect of it.
Yeah.
Like I said, that's completely and 100% unique to
There's
captivity.
nothing natural about their behavior in captivity because it's completely like a crazy conditions to be keeping them in.
Sidebar here, but SeaWorld also owned like other whales that occasionally they would lend out for breeding and stuff. So there was a park in the Canary Islands in Spain that had one of SeaWorld's whales on loan. This was 2 months before Dawn died. That one of those whales killed a trainer in the Canary Islands.
Shocking though. Like there's no way anybody could have predicted this.
2 months later.
2 months. That's crazy.
2 months later. Which means SeaWorld did not do absolutely anything different after this guy. After he died, they obviously didn't change anything.
No. Clearly not.
Yeah, Libs. After Dawn was killed, an investigation was opened by, I said, a government agency for safety. You said the CDC.
Yeah, I imagine it was not the CDC.
It was once again OSHA. So OSHA opened an investigation in SeaWorld for willful safety violations.
Yeah.
Exposing trainers to foreseeable preventable risks. Okay. Here's where we have some fun with the Supreme Court.
This is throwing me. I've been thinking about this the whole entire time you've been talking. Where does the Supreme Court come into this?
This is maybe the most unreported fact of this whole story, and absolutely wild.
Okay.
So, SeaWorld, they were like trying to cite them and like find them and stuff like that.
OSHA was.
Yeah, OSHA was trying to get them to not let the trainers in the water with the whales ever and stuff like that. So,
you mean what they were already supposed to have been
no,
doing?
that was just Tilikum.
Oh.
So they were still doing like the shows where they,
I see.
ride the whales around and such.
Right.
At this time in 2010. Anyway, so, as you can imagine, SeaWorld appealed, this decision. And your lib is a former Supreme Court justice. You said Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
I gave you the only two
Yeah. No, I know. I get it.
justices
No,
on
I
the
get it,
Supreme
I
Court ever that I have ever known their names.
That's not true, because I'm going to say them, and you're probably going to know a little bit.
Probably.
So, anyways,
Was I right?
you were not right about it.
Oh, okay.
So the first one was a former Supreme Court justice. You said Ruth Bader Ginsburg. And this is kind of
best woman
an
ever.
ancillary thing, but okay, SeaWorld was represented by a guy named Eugene Scalia. Have you heard the last name Scalia?
Nope.
Okay, he was a Supreme Court justice.
Okay.
Antonin Scalia, this was his son.
Oh.
Antonin was still a Supreme Court justice at this time.
Wow.
His son was representing SeaWorld in this. Okay. And Eugene Scalia argued that trainers knowingly accepted these risks and compared their work to athletes and stunt performers and claimed that OSHA was overreaching. Never heard that one.
Jeez, that's so weird to compare them to. They're like biologists. They're not stunt workers.
Oh, yeah, I know. We're stunt performers. So the two of those next answers are in here, and one is the former Attorney General, and your answer was no fucking idea, Loretta Lynch.
I looked someone up.
That is one.
I looked them up and I chose the only name I vaguely recognized at all.
Okay, so the first person that was on the appellate panel was Judge Merrick Garland.
Oh. Who was supposed to be
A Supreme Court justice. But then he became the Attorney General.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So, Merrick Garland was the first one on there, and another judge named Judith Garland.
So they're on what?
An appellate panel.
So SeaWorld appealed.
And they're on a federal panel, an appellate panel.
Because
a 3-judge
they're
panel.
appealing that they have to change anything or that they were at fault.
Fines or anything.
Fines and
right,
stuff, yeah.
exactly.
Okay.
So, I'm sorry, it was Rogers. I don't know why I said Garland.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Thought it was crazy.
Okay, not that at all.
I don't know what that was. Oh, Merrick Garland. That's why I
You
said
just combined them.
Yeah, that's funny. Okay.
That's funny.
Anyways, Judith Rogers was the other one.
So not Judy Garland. Judy Garland wasn't on the appellate.
She wasn't there.
Court.
The third one was a current Supreme Court justice. And you claim you don't know any, but you said Sonia Sotomayor. But the name Brett Kavanaugh doesn't ring any bells to you?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Right.
So it's Merrick Garland, Judith Rogers, and Brett Kavanaugh are the 3-judge panel.
Oh, my God.
What?
That's such a mismatch.
What is going on? How did all these people... Anthony Scalia's son is representing SeaWorld. Brett Kavanaugh is on the appellate court. Merrick Garland's on the appellate court. Like,
So random.
what a weird little tie-in there that was. You know what I mean?
That is so weird.
Okay, so
And they're all defending SeaWorld, or
They're the judges.
they're the judges?
They're the judges.
But the lawyer, you said, is one of the Supreme Court judge's sons?
Yeah.
He's defending SeaWorld.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Great. Sounds like a stand-up guy.
Yeah. Corporation. Love it. So, they ruled in favor of OSHA, which was nice.
Okay.
What do you think the ruling was, numbers-wise?
It was probably fucking slap on the wrist.
No, I'm saying numbers-wise. You got a 3-judge panel. What do you got? What do you got?
It was unanimous.
It was not unanimous.
Well, then it was
Your boy
2-1, I
Brett
guess.
Kavanaugh was the dissent.
Of course.
Merrick Garland and Judith Rogers were the two. And so they voted in favor of OSHA and they upheld the citation. Garland and Rogers emphasized SeaWorld's longstanding knowledge of the dangers and the insufficiency of voluntary risk acceptance, while Kavanaugh dissented, citing personal responsibility.
Oh,
Kavanaugh's
it was her fault. They always want to say it was her fault about everything, don't they?
Kavanaugh's dissent became very notable, and he argued that the federal government was intruding into areas that they shouldn't regulate.
I hate humans
Yeah.
so much. This
You're
time
next.
I'm the one that's singing in the episode.
Okay, your next
that's my
lab
theme
list
song.
is
I hate humans.
a national sports league. You said WNBA.
Can't be that.
It's not that. He wrote that, this is still more so going on Kavanaugh's dissent here. He wrote that trainers voluntarily accepted the risks, comparing their work to that of the NFL players
Right.
and NASCAR drivers and lion tamers.
Oh,
Just throw those in there.
okay.
Okay. That's weird.
So, which of these three is not like the other?
I know. I was like, lion tamers? Where did that come from?
That's crazy.
Okay. In his view, OSHA's intervention blurred the line between workplace safety and personal choice in a high-risk entertainment business.
Okay, but that's such a stupid argument because guess who else is entitled to workplace safety?
The worker?
Fucking NFL football players and any other sports team player. Like, that's their job.
And they change regulations and stuff when they see that
Something is harmful.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course they're taking risk for injury.
Yeah.
Just like you do at other jobs.
any job.
But there are ways to mitigate that risk, and that's what OSHA is for.
That's
all
exactly
across the
what
workplace. Including
if-
NFL players.
if some-
NFL players, you're entitled to workplace safety.
if OSHA wasn't like regulating workplace safety at SeaWorld, there's no one regulating workplace safety at SeaWorld.
Right.
That is who does it. Like, that's just it, right? Okay. So anyway,
Yeah. Wouldn't it be
anywho,
crazy if we had NFL player listeners and they were like, yeah, I am entitled to workplace safety.
okay. The case significantly influenced workplace safety in marine parks, and it did eventually lead to a ban on in-water orca interactions during shows.
That's for the best.
Yeah.
For everyone, probably.
Did you see Blackfish?
No.
Okay. So this is kind of where everything turned. In 2013, the documentary Blackfish highlighted Tilikum's story and spurred widespread public debate about orca welfare,
Yeah.
captive breeding, and marine park practices.
It was like, I don't know if you weren't around the U.S. at that time or if you're younger. Mm-hmm. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Everyone was talking about
They called it the Blackfish effect.
Yeah.
Like even like zoos and
That
stuff
was when
like
I was
that.
in college,
Yeah.
and it was because everybody really was talking about it
Yeah.
and debating, and it was heated.
Yeah. In summary, Blackfish served as a catalyst for significant legislation and policy changes concerning orca captivity. particularly in California, which is good because SeaWorld is in California too.
Right.
And prompted shifts in the industry practices and public attitudes towards marine mammal entertainment. In September 2016, California passed the Orca Welfare and Safety Act, which prohibits the captivity of orcas for performance or entertainment purposes within the state. The law also bans the import and export of orcas and their genetic materials into or out of California.
Good.
Nice. Existing captive orcas will remain in their current facilities, but are restricted to educational presentations only.
Yeah. That's how all the animal-related shows are at aquariums and facilities and zoos. They're all only for educational purposes.
That's right. Yeah. So in March of 2016, SeaWorld announced that it would end its orca breeding program altogether. And
that was such a big win.
It is a big win. Yeah. And ceased the collections of orcas from the wild because, yes, that was still happening. The company committed to phasing out theatrical orca shows, replacing them with educational presentations only, focusing on orca enrichment and health. And they were going to phase that out by 2019. Following the release of Blackfish, U.S. lawmakers introduced the Orca Responsibility and Care Advancement Act, ORCA, aiming to phase out the captivity of orcas nationwide. However, the bill did not even get brought up in Congress.
Wow.
Yeah. This film's impact was often referred to as the Blackfish effect. It led to a decline in SeaWorld's attendance and revenue. Big. And
big time.
Big.
Nobody wants to go to SeaWorld.
Big.
It was like, if you went to SeaWorld, people were like...
And there was like protesters out in front of SeaWorld and everything. Yeah, okay. So corporate sponsors and partners reevaluated their associations with the company because public support for captive orca displays were diminished, right?
Yeah. Finally.
I'm also not excited about getting into fights with any other extremely authoritarian countries. More authoritarian than ours.
Oh, gosh.
Like Russia or China, for instance. They have not stopped capturing orcas.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so they've got, right now, it's big in China. They said there's kind of some hope because China is normally more responsive to pressure like that because they want to look like leaders.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if it's pressured by the world going, well, you're not the leader in this, then they're hopeful that, you know, once pressure is enough that China will kind of start going, oh, well, we don't want to be behind in this practice, you know?
Yeah.
But for right now, it's
so,
still happening.
Taken from their pots and stuff.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. I think majority is Russia takes them and then ships them to China. They sell them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Tilikum's health declined in his later years. He had lethargy and he was just always surface floating, and unresponsiveness became pretty common with him. His appetite decreased and all the chronic infections worsened. Your next lab lib is in this one. An illness that can lead to death. You said heart disease, which they do get that too. But Tilikum died on January 6th, 2017 at SeaWorld Orlando. He was about 35 years old from a bacterial lung infection.
Yeah. That makes sense because you said there were so many bacterial infections.
Yeah.
Rampant.
Yeah, in captivity, chronic stress, limited space, poor water quality, social tensions likely contributed to weakening his whole immune system.
Yeah.
And an early death, obviously, because they can live much, much longer than that.
Right, like double or triple that lifespan.
Yeah. Okay, so here's my hope shot.
Okay. I need it.
Yeah. Inspired by the plight of Tilikum and other captive whales, sanctuaries have been developed worldwide to offer retired whales a more natural life.
Oh, that's good.
So in Canada, in Nova Scotia, they're building it still, but it's called the Whale Sanctuary Project. And it's a 100-acre natural bay for orcas and belugas with open ocean access. It's netted, but they're in the ocean, and I think they're going to stock it with fish and everything, so they can kind of do their own hunting and all of that out there if they can.
That's something. I mean, it's not hundreds of miles for them to swim in, but...
I know, but it's not a pool.
And they can't release them, probably.
They can't release them. That's the problem. They can't be released down to the wild, but they're trying to open some places like this to where they can retire. There's also another one in Iceland called Sea Life Trust. And that's a beluga sanctuary. This one is real. It opened in 2019. An open water sanctuary for retired beluga whales.
Oh, that's so cute to think of them as retired.
I know. The Baltimore National Aquarium Dolphin Sanctuary. There's actually a few dolphin sanctuaries. Yeah. Okay. In South Korea, there's one for dolphins that opened in 2018. Semi-wild sanctuary for formerly captive dolphins.
Yeah.
These sanctuaries prioritize rehabilitation, natural behavior, and freedom from performances, and contrasting sharply with the limitations of marine parks. So there's hope there.
It's good that they're not taking any more and they're not breeding
anymore. Yeah.
That's really important.
This will be SeaWorld's last generation, they said, of the orcas. Yeah. So the orcas that are there are there.
Sad that they're still being kept in
I know.
too small living conditions.
Yeah. Tilikum's life underscores the profound psychological, social, and physical needs of orcas.
Absolutely.
Needs impossible to meet in captivity. His story influenced global discourse on marine mammal welfare and contributed to policy changes and inspired the creation of natural sanctuaries. I'm going to end with a quote by Herman Melville.
Yeah.
There is no folly of the beasts of the earth which is not infinitely outdone by the madness of men.
Absolutely.
Tilikum's life and death remain a cautionary tale, reminding us that whales belong in the wild and not in tanks. So,
I think that what you said at the beginning is really true, that this story needs to be told.
It needs to be told.
Yeah.
So.
People still...
Especially because there are still countries out there that are...
still doing this.
Yeah. So it needs to stay a story, not just, okay, well, it ended here, so it's over,
Yeah, and I think you did a really good job of painting a nice image of him as, a creature, you know? That had preferences and fun and, life.
I mean, all the trainers had nothing but, good things to say about Tilikum.
Yeah.
They all loved him, loved working with him, and, but he was just a victim. I feel absolutely awful for the people that have died because of whales in captivity. It's terrible. I feel bad for their families. There's
especially knowing that they loved those animals too.
I know. Yeah. I wanted the story to be told, but I didn't want to totally, down us. But I think
it's important too. And I'm glad you
taught
me all this stuff. There was so much of the details and the perspective that you brought that I didn't know.
I learned a lot. If I told you everything that I learned, we would have a 4-hour podcast this time because I learned so much.
I bet you did. That's how I feel every episode.
I really liked the whole Supreme Court aspect of that. I was like,
that was so random.
This is a fun little twist in here.
That was so random. That was so random.
That was cool. So tell me about your rabbit hole. Make it funny.
Yes. Debbie told me specifically to have something funny to say. I didn't know why, but now I definitely do. Okay, so I have heard of part of this bizarre list of things I'm going to tell you about. They're all pretty silly. But the first one I had heard of before and I saw it pop up in my feed again like last week or so, was that in Japan there's a popular Halloween tradition
Okay.
that instead of regular costume parties where you dress up as like a monster or a creature or a character or whatever, that they have mundane Halloween costume contests.
Okay.
And it's like the point is to dress up as someone going through a mundane experience. Like, for example, there might be someone dressed up as a business person, but their tie is positioned flying up into their face.
Okay.
But it's like stuck like that as
Right.
part of their costume.
Right, yeah.
And their costume would be like man trying to go to work on a windy day.
Wind-blown
Yeah.
businessman.
Yeah, or there'll be like someone holding a laundry basket
Uh-huh.
and like socks trailing behind her. And
Right.
it's like woman who's doing laundry and will lose their sock, like one sock from the pair. You know, it's like really mundane things.
Right.
Or I saw another one and it was like these two girls set up with their school books on a tray, but it was in such a way that they could carry the tray around as part of their costume. But then they were both just on their phones. And it said like school children who got distracted from their schoolwork or something.
That's super cool.
You know, and it's just all like that. Like,
I love these.
yeah, like mundane and Halloween costume contests.
That's
There's big
awesome.
contests.
I
too.
love that. That's like such a twist.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's popular in Japan. And
Right.
so then I started thinking about, I've heard of other weird things in Japan, like weird game shows and strange festivals, and it's just everything sounds so like silly
Yeah.
and unserious, you know?
Okay.
So I looked some up and I found some really interesting Japanese traditions and festivals and stuff.
Okay. All right. I'm done.
Okay,
Let's do
so
this.
one I found was that in Japan, Christmas is not really that big of a deal. It's not a huge holiday there.
Okay.
But they do celebrate it. But unlike in the U.S., where it's like this big family gathering and everybody's got all this Christmas spirit.
Right.
There's like Christmas decorations and there's like Christmassy stuff on TV and stuff. And they love Mariah Carey's
Oh, they like that
song.
All I Want for
Christmas. It's blaring everywhere all the time in Japan at Christmas. But mainly it's actually a holiday for couples. It's like more similar to Valentine's Day here.
Oh, that's interesting.
Where like a couple will go out on a nice dinner,
What?
you know? And it's not so much of a family gathering at all.
Okay, that's super strange.
And actually their New Year's is the more family gathering, whereas ours is like you're gonna go out and get
gonna
drunk
go
with your
out.
friends.
Yeah.
Theirs is more like a big family gathering for New Year's.
Interesting.
So it's just like different way that they celebrate the holidays. But one thing that's popular on Christmas that I thought was super funny is that lots of people in Japan have very small ovens. Like a
Okay.
very small house, and so they have a very small oven for
Right.
some reason.
Yeah.
And the standard oven size isn't large enough to cook like a whole chicken or a whole turkey. Oh my gosh. So you'll either buy chicken drumsticks to roast in your tiny oven for Christmas, or you'll get KFC.
They get KFC?
They get crazy for KFC on Christmas Day.
Really?
Yes, like so much that you have to book in advance
Oh my god.
if you want your KFC bucket on Christmas Day.
It's like a honey baked ham. You gotta book in advance.
So crazy, right?
Ah.
Okay, and then, so I just thought those were like some funny twists on holidays
great.
over there. And they have a bunch of other weird holidays and festivals that I found. One of them that they have in Japan, it's at the end of April. It's called Naki Sumo Mistori. It's the silliest thing I've ever heard of.
Okay.
It's a competition where two sumo wrestlers each hold up a baby.
What?
And the referee puts on a scary mask.
Ah.
Like the person
Yeah?
who's competing
Yeah.
puts on a scary mask and tries to make the babies cry. And
in the world?
the loudest, strongest crier baby
When?
is declared the winner.
Oh, wow.
And guess how long they've been doing this festival in this
long?
particular city?
How
Take a
long?
guess.
200 years?
400 years.
400
They've
years
been doing this tradition.
Scared the baby.
Baby crying competition.
I
Yep.
love it. You gotta teach your kid to cry.
Yep. Okay, here's one. It's also in April, the first Sunday in April. It's a ritual from the 1600s
Okay.
where it's called the Connemara Matsuri or Festival of the Iron Phallus. And it's commonly known as the Penis Festival.
Okay. Yeah.
And they carry around a truly large penis sculpture around town.
So it's just like one sculpture that they carry around? Oh, look at that. And it's pink. I love pink.
Okay. They thought in the 1600s that this would be a guard against sexually transmitted diseases.
Oh, they were not about that syphilis.
Everybody wears phallic hats. There's puppets.
Oh my
floats,
gosh. This is great.
costumes, lollipops, all penis shaped.
We need this.
It's called a bachelorette party. What do you mean?
I know. But, like, we need widespread participation.
Yes. And that's so funny to imagine because I imagine the Japanese people as like kind of reserved and like proper or something.
Yeah.
And here they are with penises in the streets.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Great. Okay, this one is my favorite, I think.
All right.
It's called Setsubun. It's in February 3rd. It's a holiday celebrated the day before spring begins.
Okay.
I guess there's not superstition, but just like a commonly held belief that demons can pass into the world more easily on this day, right before spring begins, and that they're just more likely to appear.
Yeah.
And so parents all throughout Japan will wear a demon mask and try to scare their kids. And in return, the kids throw roasted soybeans at them.
What in the world?
I have no idea.
What?
I'm sure our strange random traditions sound just as bizarre to other countries, but
that's
so
pretty
silly.
nuts.
So unserious. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, this one is funny too. It's called Shukatsu Festival. Lots of people in the U.S. don't like to think about death at all, but it's more common to talk about death in Japan, I guess.
Okay.
And so this festival is the try before you buy it festival of your death.
God.
So you can go to the funeral homes and try out coffins and see which one you'd like to purchase later. And like places will let you try out different hair and makeup styles for when you're dead.
What in the world
at your funeral?
Going on? No, but this is super cool. No, that's cool though.
You like that?
Well,
you would participate?
I think I might.
And you'd be like, this is it. I'm going to write it in my
I don't know that I want
style
death
number
makeup on. But
372. That's the one I like.
yeah, shade dark oak. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's cool.
But they
It
also
doesn't
teach
like just death a little more acceptable.
And they also take the opportunity the festival provides in order to teach people about how unpredictable death is, how they might prepare for it psychologically or like financially and logistically as well.
Yeah, I was gonna
that's
say
kind of cool.
I was gonna say because like in America, I know like for me, for instance, if I want to talk to my mom and my dad, like bringing up like a will or like life insurance,
very difficult.
It's really hard.
I know my grandparents.
And you need to.
Yeah, my grandparents have never shied around about talking about that kind of stuff. They all the time when we come over, my grandma is like, we're gonna put stickers on all this stuff so you can tell me what it is that you want when I die and stuff. And I'm just like, girl, you know.
One of my grandma was like that too, where she'd give me.
But I do appreciate it as I've gotten older. Like I appreciate the candidness of talking about, because it's the only thing we're all surely gonna do.
Yeah.
So
I know.
I just thought that was interesting. Like
it is interesting.
They're like, okay, try it all out for when you die.
I think it's really good for helping, like with acceptance, for sure. It opens up the conversation to what your desires really will be. Like, It's hard to like ask somebody. Okay, so like in the event that you die, what do you want your funeral to look like?
Exactly.
Like, that's a really hard
It is hard.
conversation.
Okay, there's another one I think that you'll like of these Japanese festivals.
Okay, I want to do these now.
You want to do them?
Like, I want to go there and do them with them. Like,
okay, here. This one's called Hadaka Matsuri. It's the naked festival.
oh boy.
It's
Is it real naked?
so chaotic. It's not totally naked.
Okay.
It sounds absolutely bonkers, okay?
Yeah.
It says that about 9,000 men show up to this festival wearing only loincloths. And from a window above them, like they're all gathered in one spot.
Right.
And from a window above them, a priest throws 2 sticks, sacred sticks, into the crowd. And they fight over them. They fight for them.
Oh.
And whoever gets the stick into this like wooden box gets super good luck and happiness for the rest of the year, for the next year.
So women don't participate in this?
I guess not. It says specifically 9,000 men in loincloths.
Do they get to watch at least?
I hope so. Because that sounds so funny to watch.
That sounds funny. I think...
Why sticks?
I don't know, but it does sound oddly like our like bouquet throwing at a wedding.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
You're right.
That must stem from something. Along those lines. Yeah.
That's interesting. I didn't think about that.
I thought that's what you were going to say. Like, the next one that gets it is, like, going to get married or something.
This one's going to be your favorite, I think.
Okay. I don't know. The dick one is hard. So the dick one is hard.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
That one would be hard to beat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. This one is called Kutai Matsuri, the cursing festival.
Oh, this is my favorite.
You've heard of this one
No,
before?
but it's my favorite.
Okay.
One. Yeah.
13 priests dress up as Tengus, mythical demons.
Okay.
And they travel up this mountain.
Okay.
Mount Atago. And along the way, people are supposed to, like, this is what's encouraged for this festival.
Okay.
Is that as these priests dressed up as demons climb the mountain, people are supposed to run up to them and yell curses and insults at them.
Are you serious?
In order to, like, keep the demons away from for the year. And also, they're also encouraged to steal the priest's offerings.
In the world.
Like, I guess they have money or trinkets or, like, something that they're carrying, and people are supposed to steal it.
How does this not get carried away?
I don't know. For good luck. That's why you're stealing their stuff, is to bring you luck. Yeah. And you're supposed to curse out the priests dressed as demons.
So if we want another Debbie fun fact.
Tourists come, and even if you don't speak Japanese and you don't like know any Japanese curses, you're encouraged to curse at them in your own language as well.
Oh my god. I want to do it.
Yeah, that sounds fun, right?
Really bad.
Are we going to say another fun fact about Debbie?
I curse a lot.
So much.
Yeah, I curse a lot.
We both do.
I'm super, super good on this podcast. Like,
yeah.
I try.
I'm not.
No, I mean, I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but I try to keep it not quite as much. But man, I love cursing so much. I would be so good at that.
Look how they're dressed. It's like they look like I don't even know. They're like in cosplay, like full cosplay, like
demon cosplay,
demon mask, like very intricate demon mask. These huge wings.
Yeah,
gosh, and then like very ornate robes and like a big golden star studded staff. Like they're like very done up for that one.
I would curse at some demon priests. Like,
I knew you would love that one.
I would be really good at that. And if I had to learn Japanese to do it,
you would.
I would do it.
100%. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yep. That's so awesome. Thank you.
Those are very weird Japanese traditions.
Thank you.
I also found that it seems like there's a lot of holidays for like state holidays.
They be celebrating
lots of stuff. Yeah, like at least one state or national, whatever you want to call it, like signified holiday each month except for June.
Well, thank you for making that entertaining.
Yes.
As always, all of my sources will be in the show notes. There's quite a few of them and a couple of videos. And again, watch Blackfish. I mean, it's interesting.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, thank you for bringing that story to us, even though it must have been difficult for you.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was. I went back and forth like a few times, but every time I was like, okay, no, I just can't. And then, like,
Sometimes,
as you know, I'm taking a couple more classes right now to keep up with some education stuff. And one of our discussions this week, orcas versus great whites.
Oh, fucking shit.
Yeah. I was like, oh, okay, great. Yeah.
I think
that's not going to go away, apparently.
A good lesson, though, like, for anybody who creates. Like, you know, we're very science focused on here, but we're still creating something. Mm-hmm. And we are, like, doing something creative and making this podcast. And I think it's important for anyone who creates any type of art to lean into your negative emotions. It's important. Like, that is unfortunately where a lot of great art stems from, no matter what the format is. And the fact that you were pulled to this topic, that it kept coming up for you, and you know, it was something that was pulling at your heart. It's good that you lean into that, and even when it's hard, you know, that's when you create something that's meaningful to you and impactful to others.
Yeah. And like I was saying to listeners, you know, about if you're in the right spot or not, that's what I do too sometimes. Like, if I wanted to tell this story, but I knew like I was not in a good spot for it right now, then I would have just reassessed and it's like, maybe another time I can handle that. You know what I mean? But
of course,
although I went back and forth, I never felt like I was in a spot where I was like, I just can't do this right now. But you always check your mental health. Like, make sure that you're in the right spot to do what you need to do, and you know. Yeah,
and then take a page from the Japanese's book and do something silly. Make a giant penis. Curse out a priest.
Curse out a priest. Okay, we're not going to co-sign on that.
Just kidding. Don't do that. Throw soybeans at your children. I don't know. Dance around. Like, balance it out.
Yes, you're right.
Something silly.
You're right.
Humans suck.
They do. They really suck.
Also pretty great sometimes.
And we're human.
Yeah, we're human.
Yeah. But, all right, we will catch you in a couple of weeks.
Yes.
And Megan will tell me a story. She'll pronounce things way better.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about, Debbie. We pronounce everything perfect. Every time.
Even when I practice it.
Anyways, thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening. We'll see you in a couple of weeks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.